In this video, you will learn about some practical strategies for using Avenue in in-person classes. Use Avenue in class before transitioning online. Avenue offers units that are suitable not only for online classes, but can also be creatively used in in-person classes. Using Avenue in an in-person class creates opportunities for both learners and instructors to learn about its environment, content, and tools before transitioning to an online modality. It can also help learners develop independent learning strategies and prepare them for future online classes. Keep in mind that you can use activities in Avenue's units as designed, but you can also use only select slides and supplement them with your own activities that work well in person. Asynchronous use. Once learners are able to interact with the online content independently, consider assigning the Avenue activities as homework. This way, learners can review the material used in class and spend time with vocabulary, audios, and text on their own and at their own pace. Make sure you select activities that are familiar and straightforward and do not require additional support or scaffolding. Also, assign manageable chunks that can be completed in one sitting. Before assigning any activity for asynchronous use, provide necessary support in form of demonstration, explanation, or scaffolding that is not included in the activity. During each in-person class, debrief and follow up on the activities completed asynchronously. You can do it by asking questions about the specific details. For example, what 3 words have you learned in this activity? Who participated in the conversation? Or what was difficult or easy in this activity? And so on. You can also ask learners to take a photo of a slide with the completed activity or a photo of their score. Use Avenue's time tracker, which you can access from your course page, to monitor how much time each learner spends on any given activity. This can help you in your future lesson planning and making decisions about what material may need more practice. Using forum activities. Many units on Avenue include forum activities. These activities are designed as a vehicle for sharing and discussing various topics as a whole class. In an in-person class, you can first ask the question for the whole class to answer or discuss, and then have learners write their responses on a forum. Encourage learners to post their answers as well as read and respond to their classmates' posts. Using audios and texts. Use slides with audio and written text to provide practice in reading out loud and pronunciation. You can use scenarios included in audio and written text for in-class speaking or writing practice. For example, learners can listen to a conversation between 2 neighbors and then practice role plays based on similar scenarios. Or they can read a short message for a social occasion and practice writing their own messages. Most units on Avenue come with transcripts of audio material. You can use these transcripts to build additional listening comprehension practice activities. For example, use a transcript to make a fill-in-the-blanks exercise and have learners listen for specific words or phrases, or use a transcript for a dictation exercise. You can also use a conversation transcript as a source of conversation prompts to build new responses and new conversations. Supplementing grammar. Use e-activities as a springboard for further grammar or vocabulary practice. For example, you can draw on grammar structures included in the text and expand on them if you think learners need explicit instruction. Point to examples of specific grammar structures in audio clips, explain their use, and have learners provide their own examples. You can also have learners identify specific structures in spoken or written text in activities, for example, verbs in simple past or phrasal verbs. Expanding vocabulary. Avenue has many types of activities ideal for teaching vocabulary, for example, H5P vocabulary cards, or vocabulary games such as a memory game, matching, or image hotspots. Use images and words from those activities as a springboard for in-person activities, for example in exercises dedicated to copying, writing, and making sentences. Use TPR, total physical response, to accompany the vocabulary and sentences practiced. Encourage learners to create a word bank for the whole class. It can be posted on a wall or kept in a file on the course page for easy access. You can use it to review vocabulary at the end of a lesson or a series of lessons. You can also use it to provide additional spelling or pronunciation practice exercises. Whatever Avenue materials you decide to use in your in-person class, make sure that you establish routines for using online activities in your class. For example, use online forum activities as warm-up or introduce new vocabulary using Avenue's vocabulary cards. Structure your classes in a consistent way with predictable steps and elements. Provide demonstrations and explanations to help learners interact with the online content. Review and debrief the content learners complete on their own. Thank you for watching. You can access all videos in this series on the Avenue platform.